Northern Colorado is a great place to live, and people are here and they want to have families, people moving into the area. The quality of life is great, and the reasons they moved to Colorado are some of the reasons why we want to keep ag in production. To maintain that rural feel, that open space, that wildlife habitat, the legacy. This WaterSecure program is a way to meet water demands, but also to avoid the challenges of what happens to an economy when the ag is dried up. The traditional way to secure water for cities was to buy shares in different irrigating companies and drive the land. So this is a new approach, out of the box thinking, to keep the farmland in production, but also provide water for the municipal interests. So NISP uses two reservoirs, the Glade Reservoir north of Fort Collins. Glade is filled using a water right on the Poudre, and then a smaller reservoir called Gailton Reservoir. Gailton is filled using water right on the South Platte. NISP participants in Northern Water are working with the Larimer Well, the irrigation company, and the Newcastle Poudre irrigating company. These two particular ditch systems have senior water rights on the Poudre. As Gailton water is stored, it can be made available to the ditch companies as a substitute supply, and in exchange a like amount is not diverted at their Poudre head gates. That amount of water is then exchanged to the intake for the Glade Reservoir. What we are proposing would actually allow them to stay in business and in production over the long term, to provide additional water into their systems, which gives them water security. We're also proposing monetary compensation. We would also propose some improvements to their ditch system. Our approach only works if farms stay in production. And so we're actually in the process of purchasing farms as they're available on the market from willing sellers. This is not a buy and dry approach. This is actually more like a buy and supply approach. We continue to supply that land with water so that the exchange is operable and our municipal partners receive the water they need as well. And we provide an alternative to someone who wants to sell but not dry up their farm. We're definitely exploring various options to make sure these farms stay in production. A conservation easement or a covenant of some type that would require water to stay on the ground for those farms to stay in production, and then sell that farm to a private owner who wants to continue to farm. Another approach would be to work with existing landowners and farmers who want to continue farming and pay them to keep them from selling their water to somebody else. Our intent is not to own farms long term. Our intent is to return those back to private ownership. NISP participants that are funding this project are communities that are intimately tied to some of the agriculture that we're trying to protect. So we think that our approach is actually a way to keep those local economies vibrant, and it's critical to continue that and to preserve the way of life that we have here in Northern Colorado.